within a journey of 1,000 steps. How many raised branches do you trip over before deciding to take an axe to those branches? Or simply change routes? Cut off the root is to cut off the rest of the tree. Because none can solely subsist off of sunlight. Same as none can solely subsist off of water. Or food in its own regard. If we see a tree in the throes of rot, spreading its illness throughout its branches, throughout its roots, and so in that way to others in the forest, do you excise the singular problem or simply burn down the entire forest for the sake of putting it down, saying that is enough? Problem solved. Feel like too many people would choose option 2. Because it is a crime to chop down a singular tree. Simply for the sake of chopping down a tree. But people aren't trees. And I am no lumberjack. Question is the problem the individual or the circumstance? No clear answers today. Hi, chat. Happy Sunday. How's it going, everybody? Fast Lab! Scooping up that first. Let's motherfucking go. Spot! Howdy, Spot. How are you doing today? Hope y'all are having a lovely Sunday. I decided it was no longer reasonable to sit in sweltering heat, so I've got, I've got an air conditioner running right now, so let me know if it is, if it is busting out anyone's eardrums, because that is the last thing I want to have happen. It is so hot. It is so hot. Like, I'm sitting at, like, here's the thing, right? I am usually a really big enjoyer of hot weather as someone who comes from the Midwest and has also, you know, lived on the coasts. Coast, plural, coasts. Like, I'm an appreciator of warm weather. I know exactly what it feels like to be in a frigid polar vortex, and I do enjoy a bit of hot weather. I will say that. However, you can't hear it? Oh, good. However, sitting here MFing 98 degrees, which I know is like, oh, yeah, Kaylee, isn't the human body supposed to be 98 degrees? Isn't that supposed to be, yeah, exothermic, right? That, you know, it's excess heat that our body is giving off. We create more heat that our body needs, and then when the hot is same on the outside is same as the hot inside, how are you supposed to regulate outside of sweating and, yeah, anyways. Sonia Winters. The name seems familiar, Fast Laps, but, I'll be perfectly honest, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I may have. But not very closely, I'll say. 106? Chat, just think of it as a free sauna. That is exactly what it is, chat. Think of it as a free sauna. Alright, anyone answered? Oh, sheesh! Okay. Bye, see you on Monday. Have fun and keep safe. I love how it's like Eliza, I think, can take like context clues. Probably. Because EJ and Eliza kind of talked about it a little bit the last time they saw each other, but just the no context bye, see you on Monday is kind of funny. If I'm sister, I shall work on this for you. Perfect! Okay, cool. Also, heads up, we will be going to Guarma until Monday night. Okay, cool. Confirmed. I left you a note in my file cabinet in the office. You're right. Yeah. EJ's incredible with the multitasking on that, I will say. EJ does have the thumb on the pulse in regards to here's the thing. I know a lot of people into Epsilon and other people give her shit for being a phone guy, but here's the thing. It takes skill to multitask like that. And especially with someone as socially in demand as EJ is, gotta give the character flowers where the flowers deserve to be. Is it sunrise? Wow. Okay. Debating whether or not I need to get a secondary file cabinet for them, but I think this should be good. Because I could also be sneaky and just shove a filing cabinet underneath one of their sticks hands in filing cabinet, starts rifling through the files. I'm pretty sure that's one of mine. It is. Okay, cool. That's a lot of coins in there. Ooh, yes, Fast Laps. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, chat, remember to stay hydrated. We don't want any of those nasty, punk-ass, heat-related illnesses. Heat stroke is no joke. And it's easy to get tricked with, dry heat versus, what is it? The wet bubble? Wait, that's not the phrase. Hold on. It's happened in... It happens in high humidity areas. Chat, my stuttering's been really bad today. Forgive me. The wet bulb? Yeah, there's a meteorological phenomenon called wet bulb, which is basically when the humidity index gets to a point where human bodies are no longer able to naturally self-regulate. Like, your body's not able to sweat enough, etc., right? So that is usually when you start getting the, not hyperhidrosis, what is it? It's usually when you start experiencing symptoms like heat stroke, etc., and that's why, high heat indexes can be particularly dangerous, especially in areas where there's a high humidity and all of that. Because your body's no longer able to self-regulate. Okay. I should probably clean up my notebooks. Or Eliza's notebooks. We need to... We still need to figure out this. I don't think we've heard anything else from this. Because it's been a couple weeks, I think. At least a week and a half. Chat, I gotta get back to dating things. Because I legitimately do not remember. Oh yeah, EJ's wedding invoice. Oh yeah, Eliza left this fuck-ass note. Calm down, Eliza. Alright, 12. Slash me takes a pencil and rigorously erases that page. Okay, we're gonna put you in page 12. Rakaka. Dear Eliza, Kiflam, sister. As you know, I have been struggling a lot lately. I thought it would be best for me to spend some time with my Abuelita, as she can always help me think about things. She is truly an oracle and has guided me through many of my troubles. I shall see you soon, Kiflam Diego. I left you a note in my file cabinet in the office. Also, heads up, we will be going to Guarma until Monday night. That was a day ago. Yesterday. We don't have a timestamp on when this was texted. Is that in relation to this? Is Abuelita on Guarma? Chat, hold on. We have to spiral about this for a little bit. She is truly an oracle and has guided me through many of my troubles. As you know, I've been struggling a lot lately. I thought it would be best for me to spend some time with my Abuelita and she could talk about things. She is truly an oracle and has guided me through many of my troubles. I shall see you soon, Kiflam Diego. Huh. We didn't give Eliza a spiral board. Wait! Yes, we did. Shut the fuck up, Kaylee. You absolutely have a spiral board for Eliza. What are you even saying? What are you even saying? Built an entire private room just to spiral. Oh yeah, we still have to build out this room. Well, we'll worry about this another time. Oh, I was about to say no! Our stuff! Trashman! What's up? Huh. Wait, there's a stash in here? That's wild. Huh. Oh, heck yeah. Well, I hope y'all are staying hydrated. To the best of your ability, of course. Is Abuelita in Guarma? You know what? That would actually make sense if Abuelita's in Guarma because that whole plot between New Epsilon and Edgar basically fell apart. We'll call it a scheme. We'll call it a plot. We'll call it a scheme, just for fun. Man, is that where they ended up taking it? Maybe the whole trip is about more than the gun stuff, then. Ooh! Diego's the goat for this. Okay. I wish there was, like, a writing on the board thing. That was good. That was fucking good. That is good. Okay. Okay. How do we read? Oh, we got so much red line about this. Okay. Guarma. Guarma. That needs to be higher up. Can I? Maybe if I stood a little further away. Okay, there we go. Okay. Guarma. Guarma is what? An island. You know what else is an island? Los Santos. That's right. Let's see. Guarma. This is all we got. Okay, so maybe, you know what? No. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Okay. So we've got all right. So we've got, how do I even organize this? Okay, so we got the landlords, and then we've got okay. Step one, we got the landlords. We're just gonna go by this piece by piece. We're gonna go about this piece by piece. Okay, so we got the landlords, and then we have all right, this is how this is how we can make this work. Is this gonna work? I kind of hope it does. Fuck yeah! Okay. Okay, so we got the landlords, which, what the fuck was it that they said? Minerals? Quotation marks? Quotation marks? Minerals. No. We're gonna put, okay, so we got the landlords, we got pass. And then we got quotation marks. Quotation marks minerals. Alright. So they got, you know, they're doing that. All right, so we got, yeah, you get landlords, and, you know, they're giving minerals to pass, or, you know, pass is like doing stuff with the minerals for the landlords. The landlords are like, you know, actually, that's the wrong one. Here's the thing, there's about like 12 other things we could be doing right now. Okay, the landlords. Wait, is there a better way to do this? Probably not. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, landlords. The landlords own our casita. Right? The landlords own our casita, right? Casita. Pas knows about Abuelita. And Abuelita was gonna stay at casita. Because apparently the landlords have an abuelita, right? I'm trying to remember. Wait, hold on. Okay, we have casita. We have the. Okay, we need to. All right. This is gonna look bad, chat. This is gonna look bad, but stay with me, okay? Guarma ends in Arma. Okay. Okay, Abuelita, we all know who Abuelita is, right? Abuelita is the orb. So Abuelita lives in a couple of different spots, right? Abuelita lives with the landlords. How are we gonna do this? This is gonna look so fucking dumb, man. Because we could do... Oh, wait! No, this is how we could do it. Right? I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna give it, you know... like, period 1, 2, 3 slash, right? And then period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slash, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slash. We can see how that looks. Oh. No. No. No, okay. Well, we'll just understand that... Oh, wait, there's a better way we could do this, maybe. Okay, you put this here, right? So we could do... I'm not gonna linger on this too much because I know it'll get annoying if I focus on this too much. Okay. So, Abuelita is connected to the landlords, right? Abuelita lives with, Ooh, we could just do it like this. Guild and purgatory, right? So Abuelita lives with the landlords, with the guild, and with the purgatory. Abuelita was gonna come and stay at La Casita, but no. No, because Pas wanted to bring Abuelita somewhere else. Guarma, which is where Pas is getting minerals. Maybe we should have put Guarma over here. You know what? Yeah, I agree. We should have... God damn it. Hold on. Okay, we'll try this again. Okay. We'll just, like, scoot you really close to that. Okay. Chat, are we cooking? I think we're cooking. Okay, so Abuelita also lives with the guild and with Purg, but also with the landlords. Right? Pas. Wedding. Fake. so dumb. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Pause. They did wedding fake with EJ, who, you know, resides at, you know, does stuff at Casita, right? So that, and then, you know, wedding fake leading into... Alright, I think we're cooking here. I think we're cooking, chat. Chat, I think we're... Alright, wedding fake with EJ, right? Wedding fake, right? Going into honeymoon real? Honeymoon real? Honeymoon real in where? Guarma, which I think some of the Pas brothers are from, right? So they're all going to, like, lines all over the place. They're all going to Guarma. All roads lead to Guarma, right? Why do I keep caps locking things? Thank you. Okay. I want... Where's the carrot? Okay, there we go. There's our carrot. Right? Honeymoon, they're going to Guarma. They're going to Guarma. Right? Is Abuelita staying at Guarma? Alright, here's a... Okay, there's something else that Diego put in the note. Dear Eliza, Keflam's sister, as I know I have been struggling with a lot lately, I thought it would be best for me to spend some time with my Abuelita. She can always help me think about things. She is truly an oracle and has guided me through many of my troubles. I shall see you soon, Tiflandi. PJ Gorman Illuminati. Cause he's hacked the Orcish Tavern. That is interesting. She is truly an oracle and has guided me through many of my troubles. So did they bring Abuelita to Guarma? But then... then... Oop. Stop! Do the right thing! Thank you. Hold on. Chat, if we're gonna spiral, we gotta spiral correctly. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna spiral, we gotta spiral right. Okay, cool. We need to figure out where the third rental book went. That'll be important. Actually, we'll put this rental book... Ooh, okay, it's being a little goofy, but that's okay. This is looking very normal and reasonable, right? It's looking very normal and reasonable. No! Not the zombies! No! Oh, you know what? That's fine. Slash me is looking at the book that I have to reprint anyways. Slash me is reading the book that I'm gonna have to reprint anyways. Okay, 1 second, chat. Wait, did I really do it like this? I'm annoying. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Slash me opens the rental folder. Oh, so we're gonna have to reprint those. Okay. The evil lemon do lives after them. The kind of mountain turn bones, June 14th. Huh. Jeremy twatted about it. STTWC. Still don't remember what that's for. April 4th. Huh. Princess Elena. Is dating Benicio, who's a member of Treat Boss. Delphi calls. When did they get married? Like 2 weeks ago, right? Almost. Wait, there's a way to check. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that was May 21st. Okay, May 21st. Slash me puts book away. Okay, slash me double checks when the wedding was. It's a pretty easy way to tell. There's a pretty easy way to tell what day the wedding happened, chat. There's an easy way to tell what day the wedding happened. 24 days ago. Okay, the wedding happened 24 days ago. Okay. Today's... Oh, yeah, no, it wouldn't really line up, would it? Okay. I thought I was cooking, but I certainly am not. Because 24 days ago would be, you know. Fart slobber. Chat, I hope you're enjoying the spiraling. And thanks for hanging out with me. Interesting. Okay, so that doesn't line up perfectly, but... Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Don't know how to type in different fonts. Can I do like I guess it's Unicode, right? No. No. Get your ass back down there. You did not have permission to go up. No! Stay there! Abuelita is in Guarma. Is Guarma in Guarma? Ah. ¿Dónde está Abuelita? Ah. Gonna have to go and get Eliza some food. Also, it's 7:31. Gonna have to make Eliza do something else today. Even though there are indeed a handful of different errands that we will have to run. That's interesting. Well, it sounds like Diego and EJ are certainly gonna have an exciting trip. And hopefully they divulge the details to Eliza when they get back. Or at least Eliza's hoping that. As a role player, no one is ever under any obligation to share any information, right? That's, you know, that's just how it is, right? But I think Eliza is hoping. Huh. Slash me tears page out of notebook. Slash me puts it into the thing. Slash me puts this in here as well. What time is it? 7:33? I might have to redo that just so it's not so scuffy, but... Uh-oh. There we go. Hell yeah. Chat, I hope y'all are having a lovely weekend. Thanks for coming and hanging with me. Today's probably gonna be a little more chill, but honestly, it'll be an excellent opportunity to have Eliza spiral a little bit. And also plot and scheme a little. Da-da-da-da! But in the meantime... Oh, let's actually finish having Eliza check her texts. Excellent. Jasper. Hello, yes, everything is fine. Thank you very much. Easy. Kenneth, you're trying to read me. I apologize. I'll be around later this evening, perhaps. Cool beans. Hello, you kind of got done with paperwork. Okay, that was the last thing. Faceless. Yes, I did. I do not know. The name is familiar, but I cannot say for certain whether or not I've role-played with that particular character. But yes, indeed, I did answer that. Ooh. A Trish bag. That's okay. It's a chill kind of Sunday. Today's gonna be a shorter stream, just because I had some stuff I had to take care of earlier. And I got some things I need to take care of later. But I still wanted to get on, take care of some housekeeping things. And set us up. I'll be back to our semi-regular time tomorrow, which, guess I could call it regular, but that's also... Alright, is our bike fixed? Yay! Okay. Hell yeah. Oh, right. Beautiful. Let's go get Eliza some food. And then... Wait, does Eliza have money for food? That's... Wait, hold on. Ah, Rob!
Hello.
Hello and Kiflam, Rob. How are you on this fine day?
Not too bad. Just been to the hospital.
Oh, well, that is quite alarming to hear. I hope you got fixed up all right.
It was just for a look round.
I suppose day in the life, I guess.
Certainly, and then we went to have pizza.
Ah, indeed. Well, I'm about to grab myself some food and wrap up another errand, but if you're at your leisure, I would be delighted to visit you at visitation.
Oh, that would be lovely. It'd be nice to see you.
Incredible. I'll be there in, realistically, as long as I don't get kidnapped, around 7 or so minutes. Hopefully less.
I got what do you mean kidnapped?
It's, it's usually, unfortunately, Senior Buns can be a bit of a hot spot when it comes to, there's a bunch of clowns standing outside.
It looked a bit,
it's not looking good.
It looked a bit quiet when, we were down.
Ah, did you do a, work release?
No, we went to, Dollar, Die for a pizza. We did a work release to the hospital and then, went for pizza.
Oh, that actually sounds quite exciting indeed.
It was.
What would you even do at a work release at a hospital?
We just went for a look round.
I know, what is it? A patient escorting. It was a volunteer, sort of community service thing that I did, quite frequently in Vice City, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
But, excellent! I shall see you, shortly.
You certainly will.
Indeed, Kiflam.
Kiflam.
LMS, what can I do for you?
Hello, and Kiflam. If it is not too much trouble, could I please get 3 meals?
3 meals? Absolutely.
Dealer's choice.
Alrighty. There you are on the till whenever you're done.
Thank you kindly.
No worries.
Oh, I hope you can excuse me. Hello, and Kiflam.
Hello.
What do I owe the pleasure of this call on this day?
Hello, is this Eliza?
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. Have a good day.
Yes it is. Yes it is indeed. Oh, you as well, thank you.
I have a question for you.
Oh, please, ask away.
Are you one Arcadius director?
I am. Yes, indeed. I am one of the directors with the Arcadius Business Center.
I have a question for you.
Ask away.
Tell me everything you know about Junior Huntley right now.
Oh, okay. That is actually, that's a really good question. Okay, so I know that Junior Huntley is essentially the CEO, for lack of a better phrase, of Arcadius.
I want to
He-
chop his head off.
What? You didn't even get me into item number 2.
You heard me.
You know what?
Fuck that guy.
Oh, it's it. You know what? I don't want to be too gauche, but may I ask why specifically?
Him and his friends, they're all a bunch of dirty scumbags.
Oh, that is quite worrisome. Could you tell me what he has done wrong? I know some people may find his personality slightly grating, but well, I know that anyone in the business sphere has to have a little bit of grit and gruff to them in order to make any leeway in a city like this.
Tell you what, you, him, and all you little Arcadius buddies, you can all go suck your mom.
Wait, I am so confused. Where is this coming from?
You heard me? I see you right now by the gas station filling up your car too.
Would you be willing to have a, you know, a nice and measured conversation? I promise you, well.
Timing. That was great timing.
That is very funny.
Oh, bro, the timing on that was brilliant.
Also, I want to make it very clear, I do not think that you have a grating personality.
Oh no, I do.
You really don't.
You're
You have,
fine.
you're direct, but that's, you know, not grating.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Market research?
yep. Well,
That's
no, not
really
exactly.
smart.
I was, I'll be honest. Have you seen the docket?
No, I have not.
Prince is getting impeached.
What?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to know what's being pushed against him?
I am quite. I shouldn't be surprised because from what little I know, there are tangible things that could be impeachable, but the fact that it's happening is. I'll have to admit.
Doing their job.
She's being fined $22 million now. Yeah.
No.
That is life ending, as you honest.
She's embezzled 22 million, and then it's 740k fine for reckless endangerment and conspiracy.
Wow.
She's got treason, accessory to terrorism, embezzlement, reckless endangerment, and conspiracy, all being pushed against her.
That all charts. I'll have to say, hearing it all set together like that is still quite alarming.
Yeah, and the funniest thing is, I'm on the witness list.
Oh no. Oh, Junior. Oh no.
No, it's not. It's if anything, it's a good. I got brought in for questioning, right?
Okay.
By the PD about all things Barry fucking Island.
Oh, because she wanted to charge, what was it, 12 million?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it wasn't Blaine County property. It was state property.
State property. Oh. So kind of the same way that she was selling off properties like the farmhouse and the lighthouse and all of that.
No, but that's
Wait, the
technically
lighthouse
Blaine County
is an
property,
island.
right? That's classed as Blaine County.
Oh, okay.
Whereas that island is technically
Not.
San Andreas.
Now I understand. Oh, I'll have to admit, Junior, the oh no comes simply, by virtue of some of the individuals who are very supportive of the princess and have,
You
may or may
say,
not have,
jeez.
yeah. Okay.
So you're talking about Tree Pass, right? Yeah, those guys are they're interesting. They're very interesting people, but I think this is gonna put a definite interest in what happens in the election, and it's something I'm planning on stamping in my foot with.
Wow.
I very
Wow.
much have planned to like take things to the next level in terms of promoting, and I'm gonna be loads of events to do up at Blaine County, just to, I'll be honest, kind of rub it in their face a little bit. Game's the game, right?
Hey, listen, I don't think Los Santos or San Andreas, period, or Blaine County at all has seen any classic swaths of good old politicking in a while.
Yeah, it's just been very safe with
Mhm.
Nino,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think this should bring a bit of spice to it, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to.
Huh.
But, what's the overall? I know Diego's relatively close to Princess. I know a few of your people in New Epsilon. I think I got a decent relationship with a few of those guys. What's
Mhm.
the? Do you know the general consensus about me and her and everything going on there?
I'll be honest, I do my best to keep a reasonable distance from a lot of them.
What
But
the Tree Pass guys?
yeah.
I don't blame you.
They've actively had a hand in the, I'll say it, the murder of a couple of people that were very close to me.
Okay, understood.
And while I sincerely believe that people deserve the opportunity at recompense, redemption, all of that, people have to actually want to change and actually see the error in their ways to do such.
What did he even get fined, and what was the time he got for doing all the things he did?
I think ultimately 15 years in prison, and I do not recall what the fine was.
About $2
Honestly,
million.
Ah,
that's really not that bad.
I think, well, seeing as how he was up for either life in prison or the death penalty, I think, all things considered, Justice, I believe it was Arcadia Grayson, who was presiding, was about as even-handed as one could possibly get.
Yeah. It's just scary knowing that, like, realistically, the officer Wes Lacrane or whatever his name is. I'm not sure how much you know about these League of Evil guys, but
League of Evil?
Which we
yeah,
are Sunday, by the way.
yeah, they're a terrorist organization.
Oh.
Which
That?
apparently Princess is funding and is also part of.
What?
You should
Wait.
I know you're like me, Eliza. You're a bit of a T-Goblin. You should check out the docket.
Oh, you are 100% correct. I'm absolutely a T-Goblin. There's a couple of lifers in the prison that are connected to that, I think. So I can dig a little deeper.
Very interesting.
Also,
I
even
guess
though
it
I
is a
am
bad
not
time
close
to
with
say I was
them.
invited.
You were invited?
I think he wanted to. He asked me if I wanted to blow up the sign the first day we did that.
Oh. Honestly, Helios, you would be a really good asset for such a group, I will say.
I will, unfortunately, I am the one who defined what's the name again? Terrorism to them.
Ah.
Yep, they did not know how to make it terrorism.
Mmm.
Yep, yep, yep.
Fascinating days we are living in.
Well,
But,
now they know how to do it, so let's see what they do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In regards to specifically what Treepass thinks about you, Junior. I know that Diego is dating one of their members, and of course EJ is married to Edgar, so I could see if I can
Wow.
casually find out.
You don't. I'm gonna say not because I don't want it to lead towards those guys thinking I've only be talking about more than what he's talking about. I'm gonna be speaking facts up on stage. I'm not gonna be throwing Princess under the bus. All I'm gonna be speaking about is Barry Island and how she approved someone's business called Twatter.
Uh-huh.
Which
What?
I mean, yeah, she yeah, she approved someone's business called Twatter.
This is
and
interesting.
she-
I wonder
don't
what
really know
Princess's perception with
it's
this
beyond
is.
illegal what she did with approving that. Like, imagine
Mm.
it's like Nino approving someone's business called Senior Buns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just So that's all I'm going to be talking about. But she is
If it sets your nerves at ease, where I'm not going to simply go up and be like, hey, what do you all think of this guy? Just simply, if they say anything, and if either EJ or Diego hear anything, I'll pass it on to you discreetly.
Thank you very much, Eliza. But yeah, this is going to put a definite twist and turn into the mayoral election.
It
for Blaine
really
County.
will.
And I think apparently, well, Benji's very unsure. Benji said he's going to be running.
Benji?
Benji Ramos.
Oh, no. Okay.
So he's unsure whether he's going to be running for the north or the south.
Huh.
But if I'm being honest, I don't. Obviously, he's a leader of quite a big crew, right? So he's obviously going to have their backing.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't see him running for Blaine County.
Yeah, they don't really have a... I don't think they have a real horse in the game up there.
They were in Sandy before they moved.
Ah, that makes sense.
They have history, but I don't think that's what they want to claim.
Sorry, I was sipping my matcha. Huh.
That's all I have.
But yeah, it's all very interesting, and I think as each day goes on, I'm learning more and more about what Nino had to do on a day-to-day basis.
I can barely imagine.
But yeah, it's all very interesting. I think if Princess does get charged some of the things she's getting charged with, it's gonna be real bad.
The only other person, Red, was also impeached, yes?
He was, but
Mhm.
the difference is he had Nino and pretty much the whole city in his corner, right?
Ah.
Whereas
How-
nowadays, Nino is between the circle. He doesn't give a fuck about Princess.
Yeah.
I can, to some degree, understand why, especially since he and Mumbles worked so closely together, and now Princess has basically been grandfathered in to the position, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting.
I think she won legitimately against Monty.
Oh, she did. Almost certainly. But I think I would be remiss if I did not comment that her connection with previous mayor's cabinets did not give her a definitive leg up.
Yeah, I do agree, but I didn't think it was Marty just wasn't around, and people just kind of saw that and went, "Why are we going to vote for a mayor who's didn't campaign and just wasn't around?"
That very much makes sense.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I know she's smart. She's more than smart enough to actually hold the position. She was missing a team behind her. That's my opinion on that.
Well, no, she had a team. If you
Well,
look-
that was Quantum
yeah,
and Ursula.
Quentin Quantum, Ursula, and wasn't Delver Lee
Let me hold
A
on.
member
I
of her
don't
cabinet?
know what he does.
Mm.
So
All I know is that
her,
he has like a lot
her
of properties
cabinet-
that were given to members under his name.
Mm.
That was supposed to be. I don't know what he was supposed to do with them.
her cabinet is Charles Danger, Benicio,
Oh.
Ursula.
But he
Yeah,
is like what?
yeah. It's in black and white in legislation that he is part of her cabinet.
What? Ha? Fuck! I'm not signed in.
Ursula, Quentin Quantum, Delver Lee, Sooty Gamwich, and Marietta Arlington. I'm not too sure.
Ah.
Ooh.
So yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she did not have a cabinet. That's what I'm gonna say.
Hmm.
She didn't have a Michael. That was her biggest thing.
I mean, yeah, she didn't have a Michael. She was like, again, she wrote her legislation, so she did not need a Michael for that. She just needed someone to bounce ideas off,
Mm.
and that could tell her no, this is dumb. Yep, no, that's it. That's what I have. Okay.
Certainly interesting indeed. Much to think on. I'll have to admit I have to finish refueling my bike. My
Ooh,
apologies.
I'm gonna go check out this party at Senior Buns. He does want to come with me.
Yes, I honestly
Okay.
don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Join me
Eliza,
here.
I will. Strange seeing you about on a Sunday. I don't know why. Just like I'm never around these hours, and seeing you around, it's just like fever dream.
certainly fever dream-esque. Well, at any rate, to you both, have an excellent rest of your Sunday. I shall see you around.
Have a nice
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
There
catch
might
you
be
later.
some terrorism happening. It is Sunday.
Fantastic.
I realized that my mic wasn't working, and I was gonna have Eliza be like, "Oh, hey, I got a dip," and then they were like, "Hey, I got a dip," and I was like, "Oh, perfect." Oop. That is so interesting, because I think in Eliza's POV, she thinks that princess is well-meaning, but the princess is widely well-meaning, I should say, in Eliza's mind. But I think by virtue of some of the comments that Princess made after, and kind of during the court case, really put a bad taste in Eliza's mouth. It's a really fun dichotomy to play around with in regards to character opinions. Do I hear someone whistling? Ooh. Oh yeah, it's just gonna look like that because they don't have the images. And that's okay. Hell yeah. Running into Junior like that was so funny. Wait, why do we have our hazards on? It's always so trippy when people are just standing in the middle of the sidewalk. Get flom. Oop, good driving. Very good driver. Oh my goodness. Best driver we've ever seen. Incredible driving. Ah! Swooning at the quality of the driving here. Huh. Yeah, Eliza will have to dig into that docket a bit later because the implications behind all of that and what it will mean. In Eliza's mind, it seemed like there might have been some shady stuff going on, but didn't think it was to the I think it was more just like, you know, having a stripped budget, not, you know, to the term of embezzlement. But that is also very much from Eliza's uneducated POV. You know what I'm saying, chat? And I can imagine it feeling kind of... Wait, someone put an automatic in the bike? No! Hold on. Okay. Hell yeah. Also, I don't know why the hazards are on. I don't know if it's because of some of the hotkeys I have, but some of the bike's lights have been randomly flip-plopping on, so I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that a little. Oh, that's not... Nope. The fuck are you doing there, champ? I can imagine it being difficult, potentially, trying to find ways to boost stuff up in Blaine County, especially if, like, if we take what Helios and Junior's, you know, said at face value, that their cabinet was unreliable, and Princess is stuck doing the bulk of the work with little support, I can see why there would be, you know, inspiration behind simply giving, you know, opportunities and whatnot to the people who are closest to you, right? Because they're the ones that are going to be giving ideas and the ones that are probably going to be sharing the most opinions. Especially if, you know, the bulk of Blaine County, as spread out as it can be, especially if people don't speak up and don't speak out Princess on purpose, right? That's one guess. Oh, Kiflong. Let's see. We'll park this guy over here. Now, why are you doing that? Thank you. Okay, one of these is water. Or a beverage. So that could be one of the like really difficult challenges, right? And I don't think that's necessarily condemnable, but if you want to do like letter of the law stuff. And if it was a situation where if it was a simple situation where Princess was only approving the businesses of those who were close to her and denying other people's businesses, that's when it would be kind of like, ew. Kind of like, that doesn't look great. But if it's, you know, if the people that are close to her are the only ones that are coming to her with business ideas, then is the argument that she should make herself more available to people, or is the onus on the people that aren't making the effort to actually go to her or go to her cabinet members? That'll be an interesting argument to see people make. No, just call him.
Hello.
Kiflom Rob, my apologies for my tardiness. I had a small bit of waylaying, but I am finally at visitation, if you
No
are
worries,
still at your leisure.
Yep, I shall see you soon.
Ah, incredible! Kiflom.
Kevlar.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Chat! Ooh, chat, we're almost an hour and a half into stream. Right now is an excellent time to check in. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Grab a snack if you haven't had a snack in a hot second. And whether you're kicking it in chat or chilling and lurking, I really appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging with me. Catch up with some of our lifer pals. See what Rob is up to. It's been a while since we've caught up with Rob, chat. It's a long time coming. It's been a while. Oh, we still have to reprint those. Ooh, we still have to reprint those lifers. We could do that tomorrow. We could get it ready today and then drop them off tomorrow. That might end up being the easiest way to go about it. I do believe. Wonderful bike you have there.
I travel in style.
Ah, you do indeed. Kiflom, brother.
Kevlar.
Mm.
Just give me 1 second.
Of course, take your time. I wear my sunglasses at night.
So, what's been happening?
Ah, this is an excellent question. You know, it's more like what isn't happening, but
How do you mean?
Jokes aside, we finally finished our renovations on the second level at the Epsilon building, so, you know, things are looking up.
Can't wait to see it.
Yes, indeed. The last time I spoke with DC, we discussed, hopefully, being able to arrange either a field trip for you all or a work study, so that you will have an opportunity to stop by and get a proper tour of the building.
Oh, I'll be up for ball.
Incredible. I spoke with a certain Michael Garcia a couple days ago, and he mentioned wanting to get back on doing the little workshops that we were previously doing.
Ah,
Mm.
that might be a good idea.
I'm a bit remiss that we haven't had one in a while. It's approaching a month here. But
I know,
you
and
know,
I
it's
haven't done one neither, and it'd be nice to do.
Aha. Actually, along those lines, are there any particular areas, whether it's like a support group around a particular subject, or an area that you think would be fun to, or a topic that you think would be engaging to have a discussion with yourself, your fellow lifers, and maybe with a mentor?
I could think of something.
Any that currently come to your mind, just top of your head?
There's nothing at the top of my head, except for hair. But jokes aside, no, nothing's come to the top. Of my head.
Really? Nothing that is a burning question or even a fleeting thought at the top of your mind? Or on the bottom of your mind? Or maybe in the middle, perhaps?
Oh, what? Jokes aside,
Mm,
nope, nothing comes to mind at the minute.
nothing.
But I will have a really good think about it.
Well, I respect that indeed. It's good to have measured thoughts.
Certainly is.
To that degree, more importantly, how have you been, Rob? Tell me, what have you been up to?
Well, except for the hospital whip release, went for pizza. Just been chilling recently.
I believe it was, not yesterday, but the day before, there was a pretty big meeting that you all had.
A lifers meeting in the in Gem Pop.
I hope that went well.
Yeah, it was stuff about what we're doing in the warehouse, because we're sorting out stuff for, we're putting a kitchen in there.
Is that so?
So we can do our own products.
That is actually quite exciting. That must be a pretty big change, I imagine.
Certainly is. And we can also grow our own produce as well.
I remember that you all were doing that in the warehouse the last time I visited.
Yeah, we're still. I think we still are.
Incredible. Anything in particular that, isn't, just making food for yourself so you don't have to, rely on the, microwaved, government mandated stuff, or...
No, it's gonna be for everyone.
Is that so? Okay, that's actually really exciting.
Yeah, I think we can put some table and chairs down and have people eating on, the inside of the kitchen warehouse as well.
Is this, I imagine, intended to raise funds for you all, or is there a more of a community outreach purpose for this?
I've not a clue at the minute, but I've got a feeling it's a community thing.
I'll have to say it is quite an engaging and enlightening idea, seeing as how, well, I do not know if you've heard too much about this, but there's been a lot of hullabaloo with, the restaurant touring scene in Los Santos.
Not heard of Dickie Bird.
Well, indeed. Long story short, there's been, you ever hear about those, kind of smarmy real estate agents that'll book up a bunch of different properties and then never rent or sell them because they get a tax break?
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. I used to call them someone else.
Vampires, leeches.
Yep. They're the first two.
Precisely. Well, to that degree, I can only speak on what other people are saying. I don't necessarily have a hand in the game in regards to restaurant touring or the culinary scene by any means, but I do know that there's a marked number of people that are pretty heated about the whole situation. So I think you all might find yourselves in a very unique position to provide a what can only be called a fundamental public good.
I'm saying I've noticed as well. I think Senor Burns is automated because you don't usually see anyone there.
Not as much anymore. No, it's
Last time we went out for a wet release, we actually did a couple of hours there, and there was just us doing orders and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I first moved here, I worked at Senior Buns, and Mitch was lovely enough. You know, he gave me a job, and
Question is, did you enjoy it?
I find in those kind of jobs when you have a sense of camaraderie, it can really liven one's soul and help you feel connected to the people that you are serving food to. But I'll have to admit, more often than not, I was flying solo, as it were, and well, it gets to a point where I don't really blame anyone else who has worked in fast food who feels this way, but it's when you work in customer service and have to deal with a certain intensity of patron, it gets quite tiresome after a while.
Yep.
Especially
I
with
know
the
it.
amount of kidnappings that happen there.
Yep, I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
One of those things when people act out and nothing to do about it.
Yep. One would think that a temple that shares and serves food would be considered sacred, but, well, you know what they say about sacred things.
Yep.
Mm.
I certainly do.
Okay, so you have, right, this is a hypothetical. You have the ability to create your own 3-course meal. Appetizer, main, and dessert. That will be featured at, Shea Day, Bolingbrook. But like a little tilde above the E at the end of Bolingbrook. Bolingbrook, to make it all fancy.
It's going to be called Life as a Rose.
Lifers Are Us? Okay, incredible. Okay, so you have your own specialty 3-course meal at Lifers For Us. What's the appetizer? What's the meal? What's the dessert?
I haven't thought of anything yet.
Really? Not even from the top of your head?
Other people have thought of stuff, but unfortunately for me, I haven't thought of anything yet.
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot right now. What would your appetizer be? What would your main be? What would your dessert be?
It's okay, don't worry. I'm already standing in my own spot, but you don't need to put me on the spot.
I'm putting you even more on the spot.
I've noticed. I'm sweating all over. Let's see.
Westcash, thanks for the follow. What's up?
If we could, I'd say I'd start from the bottom, work my way up.
Okay.
I'd say a nice ice cream to start off with for dessert.
What kind of ice cream?
With the little flakes that you could make a big enough portion, so
Uh-huh.
some stuff to give it some flavor. Because people they like different kinds of ice cream.
Gotcha. So we're talking like a plain ice cream base with toppings on top?
And for main, I'd say a mixture.
Okay.
Of burgers, tortillas, you name it.
Ooh, so a kind of a la carte. People can pick and choose what they want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Make a shed load of stuff and let people choose what they want. Best way to do that.
Buffet style. Uh-huh.
And I think for try and figure out a breakfast meal. Well, try and figure out a breakfast menu. Of literally literally choice of anything.
Mm,
Because again, you don't know what people like at breakfast.
Mm.
You know.
this is true. You know what? Not thinking about the restaurant. What about you? What's your breakfast of choice?
Well, yeah, mine usually varies from, you know, big breakfasts to sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a bit of the old bacon, bit of eggs.
Mm-hmm. What
Two
if I said
muffins.
right now, I'm going to go and I'm going to grab you a breakfast from a restaurant? What would you be ordering?
I go for a big breakfast.
A big breakfast?
Hmm.
Nice. Are we talking classic English or like a Grand Slam American style?
I'd say the classic English because I've never had the Slam American style.
Mm-hmm. You never had Grand Slam American style?
No.
We're gonna have to have a Grand Slam American style sort of catering for you all because here's the thing. If you are going to be inside a San Andreas state prison and you're not gonna at least once be inundated by the excess and opulence of a Grand Slam style American breakfast,
I know it's disappointing.
that is a crime against humanity.
I know.
Mm.
What about yourself?
Oh, myself? I'll have to say, you know, a blend between like shakshuka or chilaquiles. I'll go with chilaquiles.
The who now?
Chilaquiles, have you never had them?
I've never heard of him.
Ah.
That's another shocking.
Sumptuous.
More food I'm gonna have to test.
We'll have to have an around the world breakfast sort of day.
Yep. Definitely.
Chilaquiles. Tomatillos.
That actually sounds
Chiles.
nice. That actually sounds nice,
Eggs.
making me hungry.
Fried tortillas.
That does sound nice.
It's really good. Honestly, anything with, you know, green salsa is basically a kick, a W, but that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
Do you need another trip to the hospital?
No, I'm good.
That is a comfort.
That's why I bought bandages while we're out.
Well, that is good that you are at least granted the tools to keep yourself all patched up.
Certainly is.
Let's see. Do y'all have any other work studies or sort of events coming up, or is it, you know, pretty quiet?
I think there might be. I think one of the EMS mentioned earlier that they'll probably find some way of starting out first aid training.
That is actually really exciting. That makes me very happy to hear. I think
I've never trained in first aid, and you know. I'd rather like to learn everything I can.
I think these continuing education opportunities are an excellent idea, and it makes me very happy that other people are getting invested in that.
Oh, you. So, what are your plans for the day?
For today, catching up with people that I haven't had a chance to speak to in a while, and do some housekeeping stuff to set myself up for the rest of the week, for lack of a better phrase. I hopefully will be able to get books rebound. I know that you all need new copies of the Life or Time Achievement Awards and the Lifer's Handbook.
I think they're supposed to be updating them, aren't they?
Who's updating them?
Someone said there was going to be getting updated ones.
Okay, well, whoever said that should probably tell me what they want updated before I print them.
That's a good idea.
Unless they have their own versions to print, then by all means, it takes a little extra off of my plate.
Why is your plate full?
You know, that's neither here nor there.
I'll take that as a yes. Your plate is full.
I wouldn't necessarily call it full, simply trying to find ways to delegate, I suppose, more effectively. Because you can
50-50 then.
say, oh hey, I would be happy if XYZ happened, and then you stand around and you wait and see if XYZ happens, and then XYZ doesn't happen, and then you have a cloud of doubt and disillusionment shower over you as you realize that, oh, does nothing get done when I am not around?
I know. What's people been doing while I've been asleep?
The quintessential question. But that is neither here nor there.
What was that?
Huh?
What was that?
What was what?
I don't know. Where something just happened and. Something just happened and then the voice went back to normal.
Oh, no idea what you were speaking about.
Nope, I have no idea.
Not a
Anyway,
clue.
It's neither here or there.
Neither here nor there, indeed. It's, I do not wish to place my own insecure burdens upon your shoulders by any means.
Not my shoulders are full enough.
Still, it is, not particularly pertinent of me to do such. My apologies.
That's alright, there's no need for apologies. It's perfectly fine. So what's left on the house tour visit? What's
Could you
left
repeat that
needs
question again? I am so sorry.
What's left that needs to be finished?
In regards to today, or?
No, the new Epsilon house.
Actually, the entire building is finished.
Oh, is it all finished?
Yes, indeed. There
I
is
thought you said you still
another
had some
room
bits
that's
to
in
do.
a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of
you
purgatory
said you
because
still
we
had
are
some bits to
waiting
do.
to get, well, we want to have a sauna implemented in one of the rooms, but we have to wait until the plumbers come in. So we just simply, close that area off for the time being with some drywall, and we'll open it up when we have it finished. So basically sweeping it under the rug and being able to say that we are finished.
That's nice to know.
We have a dojo. We have a meditation room that we have pulled up. Our offices are finished. We have a library, which I am very happy with how it turned out.
How did it turn out?
Very well. I'll have to say I took a couple of shelving units and I basically squared off a bunch of I guess 2x6s to add additional shelving because we have a lot of books. We're a very philosophical, literary heavy wing of some of the works that we do, so it's nice to have a place for all of the books.
Certainly is.
So it was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and me struggling with pushing furniture around, but it
What? So you mean there was someone crying, someone was, bleeding out, and a lot of people-
metaphorical.
there's a load of sweat on the floor.
Metaphorical blood, sweat, and tears. Well, I did slam. You know what I did? You know
I
what?
know, I was still getting them jokes in.
Metaphorical blood, sweat, and tears. Well,
Yeah,
okay. The
we know.
blood and the blood's more metaphorical, but the sweat and tears very real.
Yep.
Also, the blood a little bit. I had to
Yep,
drop a couch
people
on
were-
my foot.
Ow. I know,
That's what's gonna happen when you drop couches where your foot
Yep.
is. You know.
You'll start crying, and that's
Mm.
tears of joy that
Mm.
happens on the.
Tears of joy, indeed, brother. Let me tell you. certainly tears of joy when it was all finished.
I felt sorry for who had to clean it up.
Well, that is all metaphorical, but it's very cozy, nice, warm, welcoming lighting, so I like how it turned out.
That is great to hear.
Indeed. What is something that you are looking forward to this week?
Ooh, this week.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean, like during the week, or?
Do you have a goal set for yourself this week? Is there a person that you are looking forward to speaking? Is there an emotion that you want to experience this coming week?
No, I'm just on a learning path.
What are you hoping to learn?
Every job I could possibly get hold of.
Pick one subject. What are you going to learn this week?
Well, I'm waiting to find out about learning, how to fix cars.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for first aid training.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully get some DLC training.
DOC training? Interesting.
Hopefully, if I could ask DLC to let them train me.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. What are you hoping to... Is this more of a, like a personal security thing or out of curiosity?
Out of curiosity for... It's just practically a learning curve.
Mm-hmm. What is something... Ooh, what are... Let me rethink this question. What kind of insight are you hoping to get from learning about how the DOC do their jobs?
What it kind of involves.
Mm-hmm. Just simply the the day-to-day.
Yeah, simple mechanics.
The simple, schedule, I suppose.
Yep.
Interesting. I almost said mechanics. Oops. Fascinating. Well, it seems as though you're really, sort of like the meal that you described earlier. You're really going for an a la carte approach to things. Do you often find yourself indecisive?
Sometimes.
I think that is,
I can never figure out whether I'm coming or going.
Is that something you like about yourself?
Yeah, I'm in a 50-50 thought on that.
I suppose such. Well, it is good to keep one's mind open to multiple possibilities.
I'm saying it's nice to try and learn every job you possibly can.
But it can also be difficult if you get lost in the sauce and then you find yourself so much in the middle that you don't end up making any meaningful decisions at all.
You never know, technically one day a job could come out of it.
This is true. Variety is the spice of life, as they say.
Yeah, well, I think DC is asleep today.
DC is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, chat. My mouse movements have been really erratic recently. I'm trying to keep them all tight. That is quite all right. I know that, well, it is those dog days of summer, as they say. We have already approached the zenith, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year.
Oh, nice.
That was on the 20th. Going forward, our sunlight hours are going to slowly but surely dwindle away ever so surely.
Yep.
Are you a nighttime or daytime kind of guy?
Kind of both. Well, I'd say more of a an afternoon kind of guy.
What is it that you like about it?
Well, the only time I get the only time I go out is when it's sunshiny.
Uh-huh.
Sit in my first, have a sit in the garden.
What kind of garden?
A front one.
If you had the magical powers to get rid of one vegetable, what vegetable would you get rid of?
Well, no, this is going to be thingy because apricot is a fruit, isn't it?
It is a fruit, but well expanded to fruits. How's that? Why apricot?
It's just the first thing that came to my mind.
Is there anything particular about it that you dislike, or was it simply you
I
going
just
through the alphabetical list of fruits and vegetables in your mind,
No,
and you
I
figured?
just couldn't think of the worst fruit or vegetable that came to mind.
Ah,
I couldn't think of any other. But apricot just what was going through my mind.
quite all right. I put you on the spot. Well, I've been asking you a fair number of questions. Do you have any questions for me?
When's this soup kitchen starting again?
Ah, yes. I was trying a project the past week to see if anyone else would put on a soup kitchen without me actively doing it. So honestly, I'm just gonna put them in and up at my leisure as I see fit, or as it seems to suit other people's needs.
Let me guess, no volunteers.
Less no volunteers and more hoping to inspire people to take the reins in their own hands.
Good point.
You know, sometimes you hit a zenith when you have been working on a project for so long, and you hope that you have inspired other people. Especially when people come up and say that they want to help out, they want to be a part of it. And then when it comes time for them to actually, tangibly help out, and not simply stand around and say, hey, I'm here too.
Another good point.
Too few people seem inspired by the call to action. I suppose that is something for me to work on, to some degree.
I don't know why people keep thinking New Epsilon's a cult.
To some degree, I can understand where they are coming from.
Yeah, it's a degree I can understand.
I mean, any particular group that has what would be considered fringe beliefs, and us being non-violent oriented and pacifistic, I suppose is a Well, something that a fair number of people sneer at in their own regard, which, especially with individuals that value threatening tones and bullets over words and gestures of kindness, well, what can you expect?
Yep.
Simply a challenge I will have to continue to face. And hopefully we'll be able to find a path around someday.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we'll be able to sort it out.
Even if it does get a bit demoralizing at times. Which I know is not something I should speak so freely about because, well, if I am openly saying I'm demotivated and demoralized, well, how could I possibly expect anyone else to want to walk this path?
Exactly.
So do I simply walk around in a shroud of naivety, pretending that this is easy work, at the risk of showing that I am thoughtless and clueless about the challenges that present themselves? Or do I voice my discontentment? Voice my frustrations? To what? Uncaring ears?
Well,
Some
you've
people
got
find
one
vulnerability like that just as alienating.
You've got one care in here.
I very much appreciate it. And I should note it's less of a commentary on anyone else and simply thoughts that have been shrouding my mind as of late. Sometimes it's an inescapable cycle.
Understandable.
Do you ever deal with that?
Sometimes.
How do you get out of it?
I keep stuff bottled in.
You bottle it in.
I do.
What about when it is too much to bear? No matter how tightly you screw on the cap, no matter how careful you are, making sure you do not shake up or jostle the bottle too much. What if it pops?
I flip my lid.
Well, what then?
I just calm myself down and, have a nice rest and meditate.
How do you do that?
Sit down for 20 minutes.
Describe it for me, as if you are painting a picture with your words. As if I was a toddler and this was my first time ever learning about what it means to meditate or sit down and take a quiet moment.
Okay, this is gonna be a hard job. Never explained how to meditate with to a toddler before. Nope, we're gonna come back on that one.
Do it right now, extemporaneously. Yeah, it is a delicate
what now?
cycle, isn't it?
I wouldn't know where to begin.
Why don't you describe the room?
Well, all it is, sit down, clear your mind, think of an empty room, breathe in and out.
When you sit
And that's
down,
what it
do
helps.
you sit down with your legs crossed, your legs splayed? Do you sit in a chair?
No, I'll sit down with my legs crossed.
With your legs crossed.
Arms on top of my legs.
Palms up or
finger,
down.
Finger and thumb together. With your eyes closed. And then you're slowly breathing in and out. And you sit down for 20 minutes and relax. If it helps out, you can even play some music.
What kind of music?
I go for the nice, calming music.
We're talking calm, or are we talking pianos, whale songs, string instruments?
Don't whale songs help you sleep?
I suppose they do.
No, I'm saying technically you want songs that help you be calm and relaxed.
What kind of music is that?
Give me 1 sec. Right, there's some nice calming ones. There's meditation for inner peace.
What kind of things do you think about when you're meditating?
Oh no, it's for me, it's it's like it's like your own. It's like you're in your own tranquility. It's like you're in your own little space.
So head empty, no thoughts.
Sorry.
Head empty, no thoughts, as it were.
Yep. What about yourself? What do you think about?
Me? I usually, when I meditate, depends on what sort of mood I find myself in, I usually try to make sure that I have a couple of different mantras. When I'm meditating, I try to have something specific I think on. Whether it is a specific thing that I want to make myself focus on, like breathing, legitimately, literally, in my mind, counting in and out my breaths. And anytime my mind starts to wander, I recommit to thinking about those numbers, listening to my breaths, feeling the weight of my shoulders and my body on the ground and on my breathing. It's one kind of meditation. Another, sometimes I like to visualize things, like the ocean, or staring up at tree canopies, trying to capture that essence of tranquility. Because more often than not, the natural world does not care for our petty quarrels or worries very often. Hey, Huntley, what's up?
Okay, don't worry, I am listening.
That's quite alright. I had finished my sentence.
Not saying so, that does sound very relaxing.
But bam. Chat, if you're not already, make sure you give Huntley RP a big ol' follow. He plays Junior Huntley.
Very relaxing indeed.
Indeed.
Might try that.
I recommend it. can be a very good exercise.
Get some music going and have a meditation for 20 minutes.
The invariable journey that we all must tread upon.
Exactly.
Indeed. Thank you very much for the conversation, Rob. I very much appreciate it.
You're very welcome, Eliza.
I am remiss that I have not been able to visit as much as I prefer, but hopefully in the coming days I'll be able to keep up more regular visits here.
Don't worry, you're very busy, I understand.
Well, I appreciate your consideration, nonetheless.
No worries.
Until next time.
Until next time,
Careful on, brother.
careful on. And take care of yourself out there.
You as well.
Oh, okay.
Huntley, you as well. I am very intrigued to see where the there's such a fun web of different stuff going on with the RP. I am very intrigued to see where it goes. Oh, it must be on the other side of the fence. I parked over here, right? Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, the interpersonal stuff has been really interesting as of late. Alright, bam. We did that. Let's go check Scramps real quick. So I don't know why my lights keep doing that. Oh. Oh. Good job. Yeah? Oh, good. Hell yeah. I am not gonna lie. OOC, that's what I'm hoping to. There are people that Eliza has heard that are rumored to be running for mayor for both Blaine County and for Los Santos. And honestly, it's gonna be really fun RP regardless of what direction some of these go. Because of course, like, Eliza is gonna have her very, very specific opinions about who she wants to see as mayor for both Blaine County and for Los Santos, right? There are gonna be people where Eliza's like, absolutely the fuck not. But if, like, you know, regardless of whether or not it's someone Eliza does or does not want to see in the mayor position, if it's someone that Eliza doesn't like, that'll add some extra pressure and spice for Eliza's side. Ooh. Oh, wow, how nice. Like how it just says flowers, wow, how nice. Oh wait, we gotta stop standing on this side because people think that will work here. We don't. Alright. I hope... Oh, hey! That actually looks pretty decent. Okay, I was worried about the size and whether or not that was gonna fade too much in relation to the gray background, because, you know, color theory. Sometimes things end up looking more dull than you intend to. Okay, that... Chat, we're not gonna talk about that. That's a secret, okay? That's a secret that we're not gonna talk about. Keep forgetting that I did these at different angles. Hopefully, ooh, if that looks too schmessy, we can always re-angle it. Honestly, thematically, I think we're gonna keep it like that. Just for the sake of it. Yes, I know. Yay! You like it? Heck yeah. Yeah, I wanted EJ's to be a little more... Mostly because I wanted it to catch certain aspects of the, what the fuck was it? The... The, like, purple-blue marbled gem in here. I legitimately cannot remember what it's called. Because when I had it face on like this, for whatever reason, the reflections in Blender made it look weird. So, if I end up hating it again... Really? I really like how it turned out. So I legit just went into Blender and fucked around. just goofed off and did a whole bunch of, like, concept pieces. Which, I don't know if I want to keep some of them a surprise or not. You know, I can show a couple of them, because I can always... Let's see. Oh, yeah. This one, I think, is the one that I used for Eliza's that we're about to resubmit. Just because I really like the sort of oil spill abalone look. And then I fucked around with, you know, like a sapphire with like a gold, like a blue and gold marble inlay. I'm not super sold on this one, just because it doesn't seem super connected, and I might have to just go in, you know, do the classic, you know, like Shift-E on Blender and, like, extrude this symbol a bit lower. Yeah. That one, oh man, I wanted to try to use the, so in the, one of the Blender add-ons, one of the materials is a diamond, like inset diamond pattern, and I tried to do that here, but it just kind of looks like, nothing. And this one I tried to do like a perlite thing, and it just did not work. Same thing here, I tried to play around with the lighting to see if it would show up more. Like, this has more of a sparkle, more of a shine. Yeah, drop a cutout around the logo. Oh yeah, and then this is... I literally just took a screenshot of this from Blender because I was like, oh, this fucks. But I wanted to play around with like an amethyst and, like golden one. This one, oh yeah, this was another take where I was attempting to play around with the shadows and the lighting to see if that would make it look better, and then I just kind of ended up fucking it up continuously. So you can't see where the logo meets the base. Yeah. And then this one, yeah, that's the one, this is the one that we did for EA. And then an emerald one. This was one of the tester ones that we did for Ashton that I dropped. Because before we asked Ashton which one he wanted, I was playing around with different emerald options. This one just seemed a little too plasticky. Oh yeah, and this is another take on the amethyst one. And then this is the... I actually really like how this one turned out. I played around with different shadings. This one, I can't remember what my intention with this was. This was another perspective EJ one. But I ended up dropping it because it felt too pastel-y. It didn't feel correct. Oh yeah, and then I found a, I found a material on, one of the Blender, add-on programs that just simply said bubble, and I wanted to see what that looked like. Oh yeah, this ruby one I actually like, but this is another situation where I'll have to go in and probably, like, re-extrude it. I really like how the lighting ended up with this, but I think it makes it look too... It makes the base of the medallion and the jewel part a little too separate. Yeah, like, this is forbidden treat. This is forbidden candy, right? like, this is 100%. Yeah. I really like how this, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give myself my flowers on this one, because I fucked around with the lighting so much. I think, honestly, you know what? I'm taking my flowers back, because this right here, chat, you can see where instead of properly rendering the project, I simply did a viewport render. So the like the transparency blocking still shows up in this aspect of it. So I'll have to redo it. Like, there's a lot of good here, but there's also a lot of flop. Like there's some good, right? The lighting, mwah, benissimo. So fucking good. But there are some obvious imperfections that really show where, you know, if I had creativity outside of simply following tutorials, it would probably be better. Oh yeah, this was another, this was another attempt. Okay, so this was like the final product. This was like the first attempt. With a completely different material matrix. Completely different material matrix. That's when I messed around and like came up with this. I think with this one, I ended up using like a car paint material on the medallion, and then like a ruby, like a ruby material inlay. And then this one, I think we used scratched metal, and then headlights, which is literally what this is, because I thought, oh, this looks like a really cheesy, like, small gem bedazzled, you know, party city kind of thing. Oh yeah, and that's a dumbass giraffe that I made. Bye! Okay. We're going to do Eliza Part 2. We'll give this another shot. And D. Okay, I think this is the one that I settled on. Yeah, that's the one that I settled on for Eliza. Because I think the idea of having it be like an oil spill and kind of chaotic would be something that Eliza would meditate on. Alright, 1 second. I just want to make sure it's correct. TTT, medallion. Yeah. Okay, and then, yeah, the EJ thing actually turned out really nicely. I'm actually happy with how that turned out. I don't know how they ended up. I do not know how they ended up fixing all of these, but I can only imagine the amount of, like, back-end annoyance that people must have had to go through in order to restore these or, you know, bring them back, because I can tell you all for certain that the kappa.lol stuff is not working. Not there. So they probably had to either re-upload all of these images or do something to get it to work. Which, you know, shout out to whoever had to do all of that, because I do not envy them one bit. Also, I'm glad we did not throw all of Eliza's or all of New Epsilon's flowers away on that one day, because, oh boy. That's right, we can't put it in there. Okay. Who did we get this from? We got that from Waxford, aka Mikey. Chat, our bag's almost full. Oh no! Also, I love that just says flowers. Wow, how nice. Wow! Anyways, chat, that was a fun and fanciful tour as to the fuckery I've been doing in Blender. Let's see. I'm getting a feeling that TTT. A lot scarier when cops chase you with their lights off. Get on top of Maze Bank Tower. Mudflop Jones. Ooh, okay, do we return to Eliza? Actually, you know what we should do? You know what we should do? Eliza, why are your hazards on? Calm down. The turn lights keep randomly turning on, and I don't know why. Liza's gonna have to get this old bike fixed up.
Oh, that toilet cleaner's got me real messed up. You said it, my man. So let's get shitty this weekend. You got some mental shit going on?
You dead as hell, believe me. Cool out.
Dumbass log muncher?
What? What do we have? No. Oh, do they have premium and listeners now? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Wanted to show just enough Eliza to where it's like, huh?
Gutting deer is fun, especially when they still breathe.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. That is fucked up. I'm glad someone said it. That's fucked up. Listen, does Eliza have a camera? No. Is Eliza prepared for what she's about to do? No. No, she's not. Not at all. Not one MFing bit. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. Any fudge people around? No, they all in Guarma. I think that's across the street from where we want to go. Is it having me go up Gilead in order to go to... You know what? Sure. Medical horseshoe bout! What's up? It's doing all right. We're having a chill AF day today. We're taking a quick detour before Eliza goes back to spiraling about things. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great week. Or at least a moderately restful weekend, I will say. But yeah, I was MIA the past couple of days, so... And it appears that, that a bunch of people are off in Guarma for the honeymoon, so... Eliza may or may not have some interesting news tomorrow, TBD. Okay, the hen house. Tattoo shop. Barber shop. How much money does Eliza have? 5,000 bucks. Okay. Alleyway in the barber shop. The buildings. Spot on top of the hen house, which is probably not the smartest. Okay. Go. Hopefully pick up a modest-ish paycheck for Eliza. Go back to the barber shop. See if there are any good vantage point spots. Ooh, staying at a hotel? Yo, Chicago! Hell yeah! Oh, that makes sense. But hell yeah, Chicago, staying at a new hotel! Exciting. 900 bucks. I'll take it. Babuller! Oh, why isn't she spiraling? No, Diego left Eliza a note about needing to visit his Abuelita. You know, spiraling isn't the right phrase to use. We'll just say overcooking. So, Diego left Eliza a note, and Eliza is wondering... A... if Abuelita, aka the Orb, is in Guarma, and also why Diego would mention the Oracle. I'm wondering if the Oracle is in Guarma as well, potentially. Or if Diego has information about the Oracle that needs to be shared when they return from their trip. Oh, gotcha. But Buller, I appreciate it. Yeah, so Eliza's thinking about that, and also just in general worrying about, you know, Diego and EJ and hoping nothing bad happens to them while they're on their trip. Okay, they got like a back patio area. And then that house that's having renovations, and then that rooftop, but that rooftop is a little too exposed. Not a little too, a lot too exposed. That rooftop has promise, but there must be a better spot. There's this alleyway right here. Huh. How good of a vantage point do we have in here? Oh. Nope. Come on, I'm trying to be immersive. Okay, you know what? We'll just do this. It'd be a real shame if something happened to them. Fake meta, but bowler. I appreciate it. Thanks. 4 out of 5 trips? Okay. Hey! Oh no, it feels like you're starting over. Tricky. Okay, we're just gonna... Huh. There are probably some spots in here that would have a good vantage point. Question is, where? Where would it be not obvious? Huh. Because if I put the camera there, it won't be able to look very far. Thinking. Processing. Right now, chat, Eliza is scouting out good spots to potentially put a camera to spy on the guild. Potentially. Ooh, speaking of, hold on. Can we go in here? Nope. Okay, we gotta find. Okay, beautiful. All right, my timing's kind of terrible, chat, because I gotta go take care of something really, really, really quick. But I will leave you with Twatter to watch while I'm gone. Does it say BRB? It just says RP detected. Hold on. All right, chat, 1 second. Be right back. Thank you for your patience. Here, I'll find some. Ooh. I'll leave you with some tunes. How's that? Okay, chat, I'll be right back. Be good noodles. No rioting. All right, almost perfect timing with that. Chad, thank you for your patience. Easy, easy breezy. Easy, breezy, beautiful. we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Hell yeah. Alright, we'll be alive? Uh-oh. We'll be live for a teeny bit longer. Because like I mentioned before, I've got some stuff that I gotta take care of. As much as I would love to push forth with more shenanigans on this day, I do have other commitments I have to tend to. You know, such is life. Yeah, there's no way we're getting down from here from there. Oh, okay. The Allegro's pretty sick. Yeah, honestly, huge tip for just going to any Chicago bar, y'all. Just be good to the bartenders and they'll treat you well. Which I suppose should, you know, just rule of thumb for any service industry position, right? Just be nice. They have to deal with a lot of bullshit. But medical horseshoe vet, that's actually pretty sick. Yeah, I had a relatively productive day today. Yesterday, chat, I posted a picture in Discord, but I finally knuckled down and triple checked that the tree that I came across was indeed a mulberry tree, and I was not about to poison myself. And I got a solid 3 cups worth of mulberries. Felt very cool. Also tending to the chili plants. Very cool. Oops, 1 second, chat. Hey, chat, I'm really sorry. I know this isn't ideal, but I've got to end stream to go take care of something real quick. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. I'm gonna send you over to Ramen JD, who is amazing, awesome, always keeps the vibe up. Plays Jeremy Shimizu, who's one of the incredible EMS role players on the server. I'll keep you all updated on Discord next time we're live, but I really appreciate you all. Sorry I have to end so abruptly, but hey, you know, duty calls sometimes. But yeah, y'all are great. I really appreciate you, and I will see you hopefully on the Never Trust a Jeremy. I really appreciate you all. I'll see you on the morrow. Go send Jeremy Ramen JD a bunch of love. He's awesome.